Hello baseball fans and welcome to BBSN, and we're at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field for a clash between the visiting Philadelphia Phillies and the hometown Chicago Cubs. Our starting lineups today for the Phillies: leading off and playing left field, Johnny Briggs. Batting second and in right field, Johnny Callison. Batting third and manning center field, Larry Heisel. Batting cleanup, the powerful Dick Allen, also playing first base. And playing third base and batting fifth, Tony Taylor. The shortstop and sixth batter is Don Money. Cookie Rojas will man second and bat seventh. Mike Ryan will catch and hit eighth. And the pitcher today for the visiting Phillies will be Rick Wise. Now for your hometown Cubbies. Batting first and playing second base, Glenn Beckert. In center field and batting second, Jim Qualls. The left fielder in their third spot, sweet swinging Billy Williams. Ron Santo mans the hot corner and hits cleanup. Mr. Cub himself, Ernie Banks, will be at first base and hits fifth. Playing right field and batting sixth, Jim Hickman. Catching today and hitting seventh will be Ken Rudolph. And the shortstop and eighth place hitter, Don Kessinger. And on the mound today for the Cubbies, we have Bill Hands. And I will take a sip of water. And actually up here with Harry Carey in the booth, it may be something a little bit stronger than water. But who am I to judge? And we are ready to play ball as Johnny Briggs steps up to the plate. And the crowd gets settled in. Here we go. The pitch from Hands. And that's going to be tough. And 67 is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. So 6-3, Briggs goes down to start the contest. Johnny Callison steps in. Hands delivers. And 2 will be tough again, and 54 is going to be a ground ball to third base. Santo up with it over to Banks, and we have 2 down. Center fielder Larry Heisel, the pitch. And 6 is tough, and that's going to be a strikeout. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. And we will head to the bottom of the first inning now, with the score of 0-0. All right, Rick Wise is finishing his warm-up tosses as Glenn Beckert steps in. And 8 is going to be tough, 44, and that will be a ground ball to third base. So Beckert goes down. Taylor with the play for the Phils. Jim Qualls. And 9 is Patient, and that is going to be a single for Qualls. So the Wrigley faithful come alive as Qualls reaches base, and that brings the left-handed hitting Billy Williams. He with a sweet swing to the plate. Wise delivers. And in play, 92 is going to be a fly out to right field, runner holds. 2 down. Ron Santo's up. And Patient, and once again, a little bit wild there, and Santo draws the walk. So runners now on first and second. And Mr. Cubby comes to the plate as the faithful roar here in Wrigley. And 9 is going to be patient. And that one is going to be out of range and a fly out to center field. So Cubbies get 1 hit, no runs, leave a couple on. Nothing doing in the bottom of the first. As we head to the second, our score is 0-0. And the powerful Dick Allen steps in to lead off the second for the Phils. Hands delivers. And ballpark 57 versus the righty. That is going to be in play. And the crowd breathes a sigh of relief as Allen flies out to left field to start the second inning. Could have gone real bad real quick. Tony Taylor, third baseman up. And in play, 34. Pop out, and that will go to second base. Beckert squeezes it, and we have 2 down. Don Money, the batter. And in play, 85. Be a ground ball to shortstop. Kessinger up with it over to Banks. And once again, the Phils go down on 1-2-3. And we head to the bottom of the second with no score. All right, Jim Hickman will lead things off here in the bottom of the second for the Cubbies. Wise the pitch. And that'll be a defense check. And again, in this game, I will be using the fast action cards for defensive checks and also runner advancement when they're on base. Everything else will go by the dice. So this will be an error check on the shortstop. And Money is a 3. And that is going to be a 60. And that will be a ground ball out. So Money bobbles it, but is able to recover and makes the play. 1 down. Ken Rudolph, the catcher, comes up. 7 is in play, 35. And pop out to second base. And that one's a mile high. Rojas gets under it and puts it away. 2 down. Don Kessinger up for the Cubbies. And 7 is going to be in play, 33. And that is going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Wise will do it himself. 1-3, and the Cubbies go down in second. Hands on the mound, Cookie Rojas. And that is going to be in play, an 11. And that will be a single. So Rojas with the first hit of the game for the Phils. And that will bring up the catcher, Mike Ryan. Ryan, the pitch. And that'll be a defensive check. And a 93 on that will go left field. And for the Cubbies, Williams is a 3. And 81, he will be able to put that away. So 1 down, and Rojas scampers back to first. And that will bring up Rick Wise, who is a very solid pitcher, or hitting pitcher. And 7 is going to be in play, and 13. And that will be a single. And that goes into the gap in center field, and Rojas turns second, thinks about it, and heads back. So Wise with the single, and runners on first and second now with 1 out. And back to the top of the order for the Phils. Briggs steps in. patient, and that is going to be a ground ball to second base, and 3 will be a double play. So Wise out at second base, and 4-6-3 goes Briggs. And just like that, the inning ends, and Hands pitches out of trouble. And he will lead off the bottom of the third inning here. And Wise, that is in play, 70. Will be a fly out to center field. Glenn Beckert up for the Cubbies now, second baseman. In play, and that will be a single. So Beckert singles here with 1 down. And that will bring up Jim Qualls. And that's going to be patient. And a fly ball to right field. So runner holds as Callison puts that one away, and Billy Williams steps up. And Williams, his first time up today, flew out to center or to right field as well. And the pitch is 7. That's in play. 67 will be a ground ball to short. And the Cubs are gone in the bottom of the third. So we have played 3 full innings, and our score is still 0-0. Johnny Callison leads it off for the Phillies in the top of the 4th inning. Hands delivers. Tough, and that will be a strikeout. 1 down. And Larry Heisel, who struck out his first time up, steps into the box. Tough, and that will be a fly out to left. So 2 quick outs. And Dick Allen, the dangerous one, digs in. Hands, gets his sign, pitches. And that is going to be in play, but will be a ground out to third base. So Santo takes care of that, and the Phils are gone again. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, still scored, or still tied at 0. Santo, who made the last out in the top of the 4th, leads it off for the Cubbies. And that'll be in play. Ground ball to shortstop. And Money up with that over to Allen. And we have 1 down. Ernie Banks the batter. And also in play, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. And once again, Money over to Allen, and we have 2 down. Jim Hickman the batter now. Hickman popped out to second base his first time up. And 7 will be in play, and that will be a fly out to right field. And another 1-2-3 inning for Wise. Both pitchers now seem to have settled into a groove as we head to the top of the 5th, and we are still looking for our first tally of the day. Wind is neutral, not really blowing in or out today. Beautiful April sky here in Chicago. And Hand, that will be a tough out, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Taylor goes down swinging to start the 5th inning. Don Money, who was a busy man in the field last inning, steps in. And in play, 24 will be a single. So Money is aboard. That will bring Cookie Rojas up to the plate. Rojas today singled his first time up as well. Gets the pitch. And in play, that will be a fly out to left field, and we have 2 down. Okay, and apparently we have a missing batter here. Mike Ryan. He was back in the tunnel doing God knows what, and he gets up here, takes his spot in the batter's box. Hand smiles, delivers, and that's going to be a ballpark, and that will be in play. And Ryan is going to drive a single. And that's an opposite field line drive, so Ryan hits that into right field, and we have the advancement money stops at second base. So 2 down, runners on first and second, and now Rick Wise comes up to the plate. Wise singled his first time up and was erased in an inning double play. 5 will be patient, and that's going to be out of range and ground ball to second base. So Wise unable to help his cause here in the top of the 5th. And we are still looking for our first score of the day. Ken Rudolph steps in. Wise delivers, and that will be in play. Fly out to right field, and 1 down in the bottom of the 5th for the Cubs. Don Kessinger steps up. Tough, and that is going to be out of range and ground ball to third base. So Taylor to Allen, Kessinger goes down, and that will bring Bill Hands up. Hands adjusts his glove, steps in, the pitch, and in play will be a ground ball to third. So once again, Taylor with the play, and we are through 5 innings, folks, and looks like we have another good old-fashioned pitcher's duel developing here. It is 0-0 going into the 6th. And both teams will be at the top of the order here. Johnny Briggs ready to hit for the Phillies. The left-hander digs in. And in play, and that is going to be a single. So Briggs hits one between first and second base, and the Phillies have their leadoff runner on. Briggs gets his lead, Callison gets his sign. Hands delivers, and that will be a defense check. And that will be an error on second base. Error check for second baseman, and Beckert is a 2. And our roll here is 66. So 2. And that is going to be an error. So the error on that will be 1 base. Beckert boots it, unable to come up with it. And that leaves runners at first and second as Briggs is unable to go any further on an E4. And the Phillies are in business, and this is the spot in the order you do not want to be facing in this situation. Larry Heisel steps in, and wheelhouse 12. That ball is deep to left field going, and that's out of the ballpark. A 3-run shot by Larry Heisel, and just like that, the Phils jump out to a quick, stunning 3-0 lead. And one of those will be unearned. So Dick Allen now, bases clean, still nobody out, and Hands is shaken. Pitch will be in play, and that is going to be a fly out to center field. So Hands avoids a back-to-back jack there with a deep fly out. And the pitch to Taylor, wheelhouse 79, and that one will go to center field as well. So Hands is leaving some balls up in the strike zone here in the 6th inning. And Taylor was not able to get a hold of that. Don Money steps up, 6. And that will be tough and strikeout. But the Phillies strike first, and they do so in a big way. A 3-run home run by Larry Heisel. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Rick Wise now has a 3-0 lead to work with, as Glenn Beckert will lead it off for the Cubbies. And pitch is going to be a defensive check. And for the defensive check, that is going to be an error check on the pitcher. And Wise is a 5, so he is a good fielding pitcher. However, 19 will be within his error range. So Beckert now on board due to an error. And let's see if the Cubbies can take advantage of that. And also Beckert, 3 on the 2-6 means he gets a successful jump, and he is an A stealer, so he's going to be stealing on the first pitch. And for the Phillies, Ryan has an arm of 3. So A3, and as you can see, that is in the absolute best steal category right here. So he's going to be safe with a stolen base on a roll of 18-99. And 45, and he steals that easily. So Beckert reaches on an error, steals second. And the Cubbies have a runner in scoring position for Jim Qualls, nobody out. 9 is patient, and that ball is going to be a fly out to left field. Runners will hold, runner will hold. And now the meat of the order for the Cubs as Billy Williams steps in. 8 is tough. And that's going to be a fly out to right. So Wise bearing down and is determined not to let the error undo his inning, as it did in the last inning with Hands. Ron Santo with 2 outs, and that's in play. And we've got another fly out to right field. So the error goes unpunished, and we have completed 6 full innings. Head to the top of the 7th, and the Cubbies are trailing 3-0 to the visiting Phils. All right, Hands, his fatigue rating is 9, so he can stay fresh until the start of the 9th inning. So we're going to leave him in at this point. Try and get another inning or 2 out of him. Cookie Rojas is ready to go, and patient. And that's going to be a fly out to center. So 1 down. Mike Ryan is up now. Hands delivers. And that's going to be a tough. And fly out to right field. And Rick Wise, who is having a good day at the plate and on the mound. He has a hit and his pitching is shutout thus far. And Wheelhouse and Wise is able to single. He got a hold of that but did not quite elevate it. So Wise has his 2nd hit of the day. And the Phillies have a 2-out base runner as Johnny Briggs comes up. Briggs has grounded out twice in this game, singled back in the 6th, and then later scored on Larry Heisel's 3-run jack. That's in play. And that's going to be a fly out to center. And so Hands gets out of it, no further damage. As we start our 7th inning stretch. And Harry is leaning out the booth here. Let me hear ya, Cubs fans. Hopefully he does not tip over from too many Budweisers. But Ernie Banks is going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And look to get something going for the hometowners. That's a tough, and Ernie is going to go back to the dugout. 3 strikes. And you, sir, can have a seat. Jim Hickman is the next batter. Wise kicks, delivers, and that's going to be in play. Unfortunately, out of range will be a ground ball to third base. And Taylor up with that, over to Allen. Allen gloves it, and we have 2 down. Cubbies catcher Ken Rudolph is up, in play, and that's going to be a fly out to left. So we are through the 7th inning here, and the Phillies have a somewhat comfortable 3-0 lead. At Wrigley, though, anything can happen, subject to the swirling winds and the whims of the baseball gods. 5, and this starts the top of the 8th inning. That's going to be Patient, and 27. It'll be a walk for Callison. And the man of the hour for the Milwaukee fans, Larry Heisel, steps up. He launched one out of the ballpark onto Wayland Avenue his last time up. And that is going to be in play. And that will be a fly out also to left field, going back, but near the track. And that's going to be put away. Williams makes the catch. So 1 down. Hands not out of danger yet as Dick Allen steps up. And that's going to be Patient. And Allen launches a triple, and that's into the gap in left center field. Gets stuck in the ivy. They dig it out, but Allen is running. Here comes the throw, and he is safe at third base. So Dick Allen, a 1-out triple, and that will drive in Callison. And the Phils now have a 4-0 lead, 1 out. Runner on third. Cubs bullpen is busy. This will definitely be the last inning for Hands. And that is Patient. And that's going to be out of range. And that will be a fly out to center field. And on the advance there, Allen can choose to try and score. Heisel has an arm of 8. And Allen... Qualls has an arm of 8, and Allen has speed of 7. So with this lead, they're going to give it a shot. So 7 or less on the dice, and he will be safe. More than 8, he will be out, and if it is an 8 exactly, we will have to roll a 2-die 10. And here comes the throw from center, and Allen trying to score is gunned down at the plate. So, fly out, throw out, double play, and further threat damage is averted here in the top of the 8th, but an added insurance run for the Phils on Dick Allen's triple. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning now, and our score... Phillies 4, Cubs 0. And the second batter due up this inning will be the pitcher. So the Cubbies will get a pinch hitter ready. And it is looking like Oscar Gamble is going to come out and hit for Hands when his turn comes up. And warming up in the Chicago bullpen will be Ted Abernathy. So Hands, a good day overall for the Cubs hurler. He just made one mistake, and unfortunately that mistake was not forgiven as Larry Heisel launched it clean out of the ballpark. And Wise kicks and delivers to Kessinger. And that's going to be tough. And Kessinger back to the dugout, down on strikes. So Don is 0 for 3 on the day. And Oscar Gamble will be the pinch hitter for Hands. And Gamble, a lefty, does not hit lefties good at all, as you can see, but so-so against righties. Not much pop. Wise gets a sign, delivers. And that's going to be ballpark, and that's going to be wheelhouse for Gamble. 1-17, and Cubbies are on the board. And instead, that is a single. So Gamble comes through here with an 8th inning single. And we will go back to the top of the order. Glenn Beckert up, runner on first base. No stirring yet in the Phillies bullpen. And 10 will be ballpark again. This is going to be in play, however. And in play, but out of range. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. And a 5, and that's going to be a double play. So Gamble doubled up on the 4-6-3 double play. And we are heading to the top of the 9th with the Phillies holding on to a comfortable 4-0 lead. And Rick Wise is looking pretty steady on the mound. So Don Money will start it now against Ted Abernathy, the new Cubs hurler. Abernathy delivers, and that will be in play. And just out of range, that's going to be a ground ball back to Abernathy, and he picks it up over to first base. And we have 1 down here to start the 9th. Cookie Rojas will be the next batter. And Cookie today has singled back in the 3rd, flown out to left in the 5th, and to center in the 7th. And the pitch is going to be patient, and 27, and that's going to be Rojas' second hit of the day. And he singles back up the middle. Mike Ryan now steps in, and the Phil's catcher is 1 for 3. And 6 will be in play, 32 out of range, ground ball to first base, and 6 on the 2-6, and that will hit the double play ratings exactly for both pitcher and batter. So it's going to be 3-6-3 on the double play, and the top of the 9th is over. And we head to the bottom, and the Cubbies facing a shutout here. And it will be Jim Qualls to lead it off, with the Phils holding a 4-0 lead. Rick Wise hoping to get the complete game victory. And 11 is tough. And that's going to be a fly out to right, so he starts it off good. Billy Williams steps up to the plate now. And Williams today is 0 for 3, a ground ball to shortstop, 2 flyouts to right. And that'll be patient, 7. And that's going to be a walk. So the Cubbies are not done yet, as Williams draws the walk, and that brings Ron Santo up to the plate. 8 will be tough, and that's going to be a fly out to, it's actually going to be a single. 49 is the roll there. So single and runner advancement. It's going to be a sharp liner, drops in front of the left fielder, and runner from first advances 1. So first and second now, 1 down on the single by Santo. Ernie Banks steps up, and we do have some stirring now in the Cardinals bullpen. 8 will be tough, and that's going to be a fly out to center field. Runners will hold. So Rick Wise, 2 down, 2 on, looking to wrap it up for the Phils here. The pitch is wheelhouse, 22, and Hickman. Deep, deep, and that is out of here. A 3-run shot in the bottom of the 9th, and that pulls the Cubbies back to 4-3. And the crowd here is on their feet, and this is electric now. So the 3-run shot from Hickman, and Wise is going to be pulled, and that will be a day for him. So 8 2/3 just could not close it out. And the Cubbies now looking to pull off a miracle comeback. And the Phillies are going to go to their bullpen. And they are going to bring in Bill Wilson to try and close this one out. Phillies more have a closer by committee bullpen, so Wilson is the closest they have. And he will face Ken Rudolph now. Clean slate. The pitch. And 9 is patient, and that ball is going to be hit on the ground to shortstop. Money up with it over to Allen, and the Phils escape by the skin of their teeth. Some late inning fireworks here in the bottom of the 9th, but not enough, and the Phillies will get the victory 4-3 over the Cubs. Rick Wise goes 4 2/3 innings and will get the win. He is now 1-0. Bill Hands takes the loss. Home runs for Heisel on the Phillies and Hickman on the Cubs, both 3-run blasts. And that is the ball game today in Wrigley. We hope you had a great time today in this lovely spring weather. So until next time, happy rolling and have a good night.